Remember Corinne, who has a rare skin condition that prevents her from sun exposure? She had a beautiful daughter, and today you'll learn how she's doing and how she's dealing with people who often call her irresponsible simply for having a child despite having a rare condition. Corinne said, "I felt very happy, very fulfilled by my pregnancy. It was very smooth, thank God. There were some complications due to my condition, but the pregnancy itself was very smooth. This is Zaya, my princess. I can't even say enough about my husband, Ed Nielsen. He's extraordinary, he's incredible, he's wonderful. He helped me with everything in these first months of her life. These months have been the best months of my life. Every moment with her has been wonderful. She's incredible, very special. She's absolutely perfect. My name is Corinne, and I'm judged on social media for having a daughter with this condition. The name of the problem I have is xeroderma pigmentosum, a rare disease that affects one child in a million. This disease limits us and prevents us from exposing ourselves to the sun or any type of light that transmits ultraviolet rays. When I was 3 years old, I was diagnosed with xeroderma pigmentosum. Every time I was exposed to the sun, I was prone to developing these lesions, which are these little spots. They're skin cancer. I've had 219 surgeries, all to remove lesions, some more complicated, others simpler. When I found out I was pregnant, I was diagnosed with 2 nodules in my lung, and until then, these nodules had been stable, and the doctor was just monitoring them through tests. In April, other skin lesions appeared on my back that also needed surgery. And these lesions were causing me a lot of pain. So I told them they needed to remove these lesions first and then do the lung surgery. Until then, I didn't know I was pregnant. I was already pregnant. Today I'm very grateful to God because if it weren't for these lesions, I probably would have lost her. Unfortunately, the nodules I had removed from my lung were biopsied and found to be melanoma and already in the metastatic stage. She continued, "So I'll probably have to undergo chemotherapy or immunotherapy. I'm just waiting for the test results to come back so we can decide what treatment I'll have. I'm using these eye drops because about 3 months ago I was losing vision in my right eye. I can't see out of my left eye anymore. I was also losing vision in my right eye, so I started this treatment with these eye drops to restore my vision, and thank God it's working. My condition doesn't affect my personal life or my motherhood at all, because I always excel in everything I do. According to doctors, the chance is less than 1%. This would only be possible if my partner had the same condition as me or was related to me in some way." Ed Nielsen, Corinne's husband, said, "I've been nervous, yes. The chances are slim, almost zero. But when you're a father, unfortunately, you cling to the smallest possibilities, which is my case. Even though the possibility is very slim, I do have that fear. But I know she doesn't, and everything will be fine. It's just a silly fear that I err on the side of caution for her. We avoid going out in the sun with her as much as possible. When she does go out, we always put on plenty of sunscreen. I do what I can. I feel proud because Corinne is an incredible mother to our daughter. Our little one was very lucky to have a strong, fighting mother." Corinne said, "I've received several negative comments, calling me irresponsible, saying it wasn't because I had a child because of my condition, that the child would be afraid of me, that they would be scared because of my condition, because of my face, my appearance, and many other things. People always criticize me, even judge me, saying I'm irresponsible and that I shouldn't have had a child, that the child will be afraid of me because of my appearance, that I shouldn't exist in the world, and many other things. Whenever we go out on the street, there are a lot of stares. There are always those people who stare, staring with that look of curiosity, often even prejudice, but I don't care. I simply ignore it. Today I discovered and see that the problem isn't me, but rather this person who is spewing hatred, who is judging. This says more about the person and not about me. I don't think it's irresponsible. It was a dream we had to build our family. So I think every dream, it's valid, regardless of the difficulties, the condition you live in. The positive comments are wonderful. On my social media, there are a multitude of people who follow me, who root for me, and I receive many wonderful messages from people who are inspired by me, by my story, by my life, by Zaya's birth. What I have to say to those who judge me for having her is that they should put themselves in other people's shoes before judging. Try to really understand the story, what's behind that situation, that story, and that people should live their lives instead of judging, criticizing, and that they should try to be happy like I am. I feel like I'm Zaya's mother, the happiest woman in the world, fulfilled, and because God put her in our lives. I would say, and I say to people, that everyone has the right to realize their dreams. Everyone has the right to be happy and to build what they so desire. What they so desire, regardless of their health, financial situation, difficulties, or life struggles. So I would say that people have to try, even when they have problems. In the face of difficulties, one has to try. It can't be easy living with such a difficult disease and still having to endure daily people judging, staring, and offering opinions about things they have no idea about. Even in the face of all this, Corrine doesn't let herself get down and remains strong alongside her faithful husband. The love of this family is evident in her eyes. May you, your husband, and your little girl have a very happy life, and may nothing take the smile off your faces. May you be very happy. Please don't forget to subscribe and like, share this beautiful story with more people, and help us show how love overcomes barriers. Thank you, and see you next time.
Assista ao vídeo indicado.
Watch the dubbed video.
Mira el video doblado.吹き替え版の動画を見てね.
شاهد الفيديو المدبلج.
더빙된 영상 봐.
Regarde la vidéo doublée. Schau dir das synchronisierte Video an.
Guarda il video doppiato.
Смотри дублированное видео.
Dub kiya hua video dekho.
Dublajlı videoyu izle.
Tonton video yang sudah didubbing.